Good evening, and thank you for joining us for Denver 7 News at 6. I'm Andrew Healy.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. We're glad you're with us tonight. You know, living in a growing state like Colorado, we've become accustomed to near constant road construction. And with the new year, another round of projects is about to get underway.
Oh, yay. Tonight, we are going in depth on one of those major projects, one that looks to improve perhaps the busiest stretch of I-70. By the end of March, the bulk of the construction work will kick off on the I-70 Floyd Hill Project. That stretch is about 8 miles from Idaho Springs to Evergreen, and it will begin with that section that you see in blue, which mostly covers Floyd Hill. Along with fixing curves and building proper shoulders, one of the biggest additions will be a third lane to alleviate heavy westbound traffic. However, CDOT anticipates their $700 million I-70 project won't finish for another 3 years, and work could potentially carry on into 2027.
And that is not sitting well with neighbors who say traffic's already a nightmare, and this years-long construction project will not help.
Denver 7's Russell Haythorne joins us live along I-70 tonight. Russell, right on cue, things are really beginning to back up along that stretch of I-70.
Oh yeah, check it out, Ann. All these taillights, this is westbound traffic on I-70. These are essentially primarily skiers heading to the high country for the long holiday weekend. This is the Floyd Hill bottleneck, and unfortunately it's about to get worse before theoretically it should get better.
We really love this community. You have access to incredible skiing.
Brian Tracy knows he's fortunate to call this place home, but he's also wary of what's to come.
This will be very, very challenging to drive anywhere.
The massive redesign of I-70 at Floyd Hill coming this spring will add a third lane to westbound traffic, helping travelers on I-70 get to and from all points west. But it won't come without hardships for Tracy and other locals.
I've seen some of the models. Aesthetically, they look beautiful. What's ultimately going to be a sacrifice is from now until whatever year they're going to finish.
You try to take the frontage road, Stanley Road, and everybody's taking it. So that clogs up, and it takes you more than 45 minutes to get to work on usually a 10 to 15 minute drive.
Clear Creek went to a 4-day school week, partially because of the Friday I-70 traffic.
When I have to do that, I'm in traffic for about 45 minutes, plus or minus, depending on how much powder the mountains got, either that night or over the course of the week.
Especially from Evergreen to Idaho Springs, you have that bottleneck. It bottlenecks and it doesn't empty until you can get to the express lane.
CDOT says its construction and lane closure strategy will take into account holiday weekends, saying, quote, the Floyd Hill project will be mainly weekdays, but it's likely some work will happen on weekends. However, the project is committed to limiting impacts during peak travel times, including holiday weekends.
That's a good idea.
This will hopefully alleviate a lot of what we're experiencing now.
CDOT says before the project begins in late March, they do plan to have a meeting up here with locals and really anyone who wants to attend. They don't have an exact time and date yet, and they don't have an exact location, but they are planning to have some sort of meeting in early March, either in Evergreen or Idaho Springs. We'll keep you posted on that. For now, we, like everybody else, are stuck in I-70 traffic. And Shannon, back to you guys.
I know something's got to give, but boy, wish them luck. Thank you, Russell. And as you might expect, this weekend, I-70 will be jam-packed for the holiday. CDOT is expecting that tomorrow will be the busiest day for people heading west on I-70. Last year, more than 43,000 people passed through the tunnel on the Saturday of Martin Luther King Jr. weekend. And again, as you'd expect, Monday will be the busiest day heading back to Denver on I-70.